Hi, my name is Blump, and I'm a cart PvPer. I feel like it's pretty fair to say that cart PvP is relatively complicated, with, a few moving parts. Well, the best thing about being a part of a niche community that Mojang probably honestly doesn't even know about is that every single time that the game updates, it changes something. So it's that time again. The release of 1.21.6 is approaching quickly, and it's time for me to speculate on some possible new tech for cart PvP. First, what exactly does this update change? Well, there are two main things that are relevant for carts. I'll explain why each are important later. The first one is an extension of a previous change. Before 1.21.4, arrows would check if they would light only once per game tick, whereas now they instantly update the second they're in contact with fire. This change was largely controversial throughout the cart community because it made crossbow carting, a previously challenging mechanic, much easier than before. This update extends the changes to also apply to an arrow being shot through lava. The second change is an arrow rework. There's a lot of fancy words, but basically what it all means is that at close ranges, the arrow hitbox is much smaller than before. This is actually a nerf to crossbow carting, because it makes previously possible setups no longer work simply because the hitbox does not extend as much as before. Now, explain to this man why you haven't subscribed yet. Anyway, so basically, why these changes are relevant is because of the balancing of cart PvP. The main debate in cart PvP is whether or not crossbow carting or bow carting is better. Each have their pros and cons, and with these changes, it might just change how cart PvP is played forever. First, just to get this out of the way, the arrow hitbox change is simply a direct buff to bow carts, because one of the big one-ups of crossbow carting is how you can never get blocked by a player. One of the hardest things to master when bow carting is to not hit your opponent with the arrow, and this update just makes it so much easier. Now onto the tech. Now again, this isn't me saying what I think definitely will be used, more so simply saying what is possible. Enter the lava bucket. Remember all those setups that stopped working because of the arrow change? Well, they're back, just harder. Well, that's not all. There is a flint and steel strategy to get high crossbow carts, which is not only possible with lava, on any block I might add, but also significantly easier. This doesn't even get into the properties of the lava block, because lava is a liquid type block. It can be placed directly on top of a cart, making the previous 2-block long setup fully self-contained. And because of the new changes, an ignited cart this way not only does guaranteed crossbow cart damage, it also doesn't destroy blocks, leaving open potential for some insane follow-ups. Even more effective is when a cart is placed directly on a player, because the lava also cancels some of the knockback that player would take for some insanely free double carts. But that's still not all. A lava bucket can be used much more freely than a flint and steel, being able to place on top of a cart from above, giving easy access to guaranteed -2 and -3 crossbows. But who knows, maybe this update will go down as the crossbow cart nerf update. But maybe, just maybe, cart PvP might be trending for something even more complex and skilled than anyone could ever expect.